Hey guys, it's Jennifer. Happy Monday. Last week we talked about what to do when you have stale listings that have been sitting on the market for a while. And one of the things we touched on is, there's only so much you can do from a marketing perspective. You can't control the inventory, you can't control the buyer demand, can't control your market conditions, but sometimes you just have to have what we call the talk with sellers because, and again, the more you talk about this, when you first list a home, the easier this conversation will be later. But there are three reasons that homes don't sell: price, condition, and marketing. And really only one of those, which is marketing, does your seller not have any control over. That's on you. They hired you to market their home, and hopefully you have a full encompassing marketing plan for their home and can go to them and say, look, I've advertised you on all these sites. We've done agent tours. We've done open houses. We've done just listed cards. We've done targeted social media ads, whatever you want to do to show them you have tried to get their home in front of as many people as possible. But the other two, price and condition, you need your sellers to work with you on those two. That they are your teammates when it comes to those. And so if you're saying, hey, we're sitting here and we're not selling, and marketing wise, we're covering all the bases, there isn't much more we can do as far as marketing, that means one of the other two must be what we need to change. And that's either price or condition. Condition, you need to really let them know at the very beginning of the process that obviously homes that are updated in good condition sell for more than homes that need updates and need work. Talk about that in the beginning. Even if they're not willing to do any updates or things that you think they need to change, we still give them a recommendation list and we say, look, we're out with buyers all the time. We're watching the market all the time. If I could give you my dream wish list for your house, here is what we could do to it. And that might be put in hardwood floors, update the kitchen, change out, put granite in if you don't have granite, any of those little things that will help the home sell faster. We give them a printout of that in the beginning. Say, you're not required to do any of this. We're just telling you, what we're seeing out with buyers, these are the things that would make your home sell like that. And so they have that up front. If they choose not to do any of those, that's okay. But, later, once you've been on the market, you can point out, the feedback we're getting is the home isn't updated, or it needs work, or it's not clean, or whatever, all those things that you gave in the beginning, you can kind of reference that. So nothing is catching them off guard or by surprise. They're not saying, why didn't you tell me these things? You can say, I showed you all this up front, and I know you didn't want to do it, but now it's causing us to not get some offers. So sometimes you need to talk condition. And I've got a listing right now, we're going to pull it down and we're going to update it, because we're not getting the offers that we want. And now, they finally now have come around to the fact that investing a little bit of money now is going to get them a lot more on the back end. So sometimes you have to just hit pause and say, we've got to address the condition of the house. More commonly, you have to talk about the other one, the one nobody likes to talk about, and that is price. Again, in the beginning, I always talk about, we don't have a magic ball. There's no algorithm. We're going to look at what homes have sold for in your neighborhood, look at the condition of your home. We're going to try to price it where we think it should be. And that is our starting point. Because if we are not getting offers or we're not getting showings, that means we miss the mark and we make an adjustment. And so you talk about that in the beginning, that adjustments might need to be made. It makes it a lot easier to then have that conversation when you've been on the market a little bit and you're not getting any offers. When it comes to price, you need to come prepared to talk to them about a price reduction. I try to bring as much data, I do as much research as I can, because then they're not mad at me. I'm like, look, here's the data is showing this is where we should be. And so I try to bring as much as I can to justify changing the price to where it should be. I bring comps with full photo printouts of every single comp because I want them to see. And this goes back to the condition thing too. This house, yeah, it sold at this price and in 7 days, but look, it had hardwood floors. It had, a pool. It had whatever updates that your home may not have. I want them to be able to see that. And I always remind them, this is what buyers are looking at. If buyers are scrolling online, looking at houses all day, and 80% of the houses look brand new and have been updated, and then you haven't, then the only way you're going to get one of those buyers is to make your price really competitive. So I bring full photo comps with me. I bring showing reports. where I break it out by price bracket and their zip code. And look, these are maybe you're in the wrong price range by just $5,000 or $10,000. You can lower it a little bit and maybe there's double the amount of showings going on, just maybe right below where you are. So I always say we want to go to where the buyers are. If you're going to fish, go to the pond with all the fish. And so I use that to try to direct them. I bring printouts of the entire area, because most buyers, when they're searching, aren't looking just in one little section of a neighborhood. They're looking for a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath house with a pool in this area. So you might need to search a whole zip code or a whole market area and print out what's available so they can see, oh, buyers have all these options. You are competing with these other properties. And so you need to be strategic about where you are to try to generate an offer quickly. And when I have sellers push back on wanting to lower the price, one thing that I remind them, and I just say, just from my experience, is the longer homes sit on the market, historically, the lower your offers get. Use words like historically, data, research, then again, they're not taking it personally or taking it out on you. You can just say it's very rare that a house sits on the market for 6 months and then gets a full price offer. Typically in buyers' minds, the longer it's been sitting there, the less it's worth, and your value is ticking down every day. So it's better to make an adjustment early and get to a hotter price bracket, a price bracket that's more maybe realistic for that property, and get an offer sooner. You're gonna end up walking away with more money than if we just hold on to it and hold on to it and hold on to it. Bring all of this stuff with you when you come meet with them, and lay it out in front of them, show it to them, talk to them about absorption rates. Look, there are 42 homes for sale in this area right now. And if we look at how many are selling, maybe only 5 are selling a month. That means the absorption rate would be, however long it's going to take all 40 of those homes to sell. I'm not going to do math off the top of my head. I think that's like 9 months. But talk to them about that. That this is the market conditions right now. This is how long it's going to take all these properties to sell. When they see that the overall market is taking that long, and maybe not necessarily just their house, it can help them realize that it's not necessarily your fault that it's not selling. It's the market, and they need to be more competitive or strategic about the price and condition of their property. So come armed with all of that stuff. Be ready to, they're not going to be happy. No seller loves it when you tell them they're not going to get as much for their house as they were hoping to, but it's all in how you present it to them. If you're coming to them with a positive attitude and, hey, I think if we do this, we can generate an offer quickly, always be thinking of what's in it for sellers. So what is in it for them? Well, your house is going to sell faster. You're probably going to get more money than it should take. I know it seems like you're going to be taking less, but if we stay here, hang on at this wrong price, and we've missed the target and we waste all this time on the market, you actually could be walking away with a lot less than if we just do maybe a small price reduction now, or change out the carpet or the paint now. So come with them with empathy, with a lot of research and data, with your expertise and your experience, because remember, they hired you to get them through this process, and let them know, my job is to do all the research and bring you all the information and help you make the best decisions. You're not there to force them to do anything, but I'm here to help you. I'm your guide. And based on what I am seeing, in my opinion, I think we would be better off at this. So I know it's not a fun conversation, but the better you can get at having it, the better you can get at setting it up so they know it might be coming later on, the more willing your sellers are to work with you. And when you have cooperative sellers who take your advice, who listen to your recommendations on price, on condition, those are the listings that sell. And in the end, your sellers are only happy if the house sells. So get good at it, practice it, role play it if you need to, go to your coach, talk to your manager, make sure you really got it down before you go meet with your sellers, and don't be afraid to have that conversation. Don't let things drag out for months and months. Face it head on if you're not getting activity or not getting the offers that you need. Hopefully that helps make a bad situation a little bit better. And as always, if you have ideas for how to talk to sellers or even requests for videos that you'd like for us to do, just reply back to this email. I hope everybody has a great week. Thanks.